Hey, hi everyone. I'm Shanuk. I have a total of 10 years of experience in IT with 5 years completely in Power Platform tools like Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Automate. Yeah. So let's talk about Power BI. Yeah. So what is Power BI? Power BI is a reporting tool basically the end users can see it's a reporting tool, but apart from reports, data analysis, visualization, it also has the ETL kind of things included in Power BI. ETL is nothing but extract, transform, load. That is, you can structure the data, transform the tables. Yeah, you can write calculations. Yeah, calculations in the sense like, let's say that I have to have a numerator and denominator. I want to divide it and get the percentage of difference between the two categories. I need to get a filtered value. These kind of things we use DAX as the calculation functions. DAX is nothing but data analysis expression. Yeah. So Power BI is not only a reporting tool, but it's a complete BI tool, which is a business intelligence tool. Yeah. Using Power BI, you can automate the data that is coming in from a particular data set or a data source, and then you can automate the reports that would generate the new numbers or the analysis that can be performed monthly, weekly, daily, yeah, or quarterly. So for that reason, Power BI is used. Yeah, right now, since last 3 to 4 years, Power BI has seen a lot of increase in demand, not only in India but across the globe. Yeah, so wherever you go, you will find in some or the other way Power BI is being used. Yeah, even when the COVID hit. When the analysis was the utmost requirement by any of the industries, most of the medical industries, pharmaceutical domains, hospitals, they all needed the data to be analyzed and checked how the flow is. Power BI came out and stand out from other applications to be very user friendly to be used, and it was widely used. Even the WHO was using Power BI. Yeah, one of the reports I have helped WHO with the reports that they were facing with in Power BI. Yeah, so that is the reach of Power BI. As it is from Microsoft, it's very easily available, cheap in the market. That's one of the reasons why users or the companies or the um, um, retail domain, let it be a retail or a manufacturing domain or a banking domain or a pharmaceutical domain, each one is trying to use Power BI at most to analyze their data. Yeah, because at the end, if their data is not able to speak or give them the output that they need, they would not be able to improve or enhance their ongoing business or anything related to that. Yeah, you will see that even schools need to have Power BI. So a lot of schools have now starting to universities, schools are starting to get Power BI in, and they are trying to hire Power BI developers as well. Yeah, so that is the reach of Power BI. One basic thing that we need to notice: to learn Power BI, you need to know the basics of Excel, like VLOOKUP. Then we have pivot tables in Excel. Yeah, so you have some formulas in Excel, if else conditions. After Excel, you can also do some basics in SQL Server. Yeah, because it's not always the case that you will get a Power BI job alone, like a job that will require only Power BI. Yeah, it's very rare. So it comes with a combination of SQL Server, Power BI, or Power Platform like Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate. Yeah, so if you don't have any prior knowledge of SQL or Excel, I would highly recommend you to. We can continue with Power BI, but parallelly, you can also learn the basics of SQL and Excel. Yeah, I can provide you the topics that you need, but yeah, that would be parallelly required with Power BI. Yeah. let's say you don't have any knowledge of Excel and SQL, you still can learn Power BI. It would be very easy for you because it's a standalone application. It doesn't need the support from any of these tools. But what Excel and SQL will do is it will strengthen your understanding of a data. Yeah. So if we have enhanced, or like, let's say if we have a proper and strong knowledge of data with us, it helps us visualize and do better in Power BI. Okay. Let's get into the syllabus that we are going to go through. Yeah. During our sessions. So I'll share the screen quickly. Let me know once you're able to see it. Yeah. So we have divided the syllabus into five major sections. One is visualization, transformation, modeling, security, and then Power BI service. Yeah. So in data visualization, we will learn on how and when to use a visual, what are the features of a visual, when we can use it, what are the features of a visualization. Yeah. Not only that, we will also learn advanced visualization features, like there are a lot of them, including the drill down, drill through, tooltips, bookmarks, selection panes, a lot of advanced features that we will learn under data visualization. Then we will go through the transformation. Transformation is nothing but like if we are structuring the table. Now, why this is required is it's not always the case that you will get a structured or a formatted table that you can directly use into your visualization. So you'll have to change the data types, maybe combine some columns, write some conditional columns. Yeah, these kind of things you will have to do, which we will cover under data transformation. Data transformation will also cover the mQuery language. So I'll go through how you can read the mQuery language, how you can script it. Yeah. So this is the minimal thing in scripting that is included in Power BI. Yeah, rest all is the data analysis visualization. Yeah, but knowing mQuery is will give you an upper hand on Power BI. Yeah, then comes data modeling, and as I was talking about the calculations, which is data analysis expression, DAX expressions that can be used in Power BI. Yeah. So we will be creating calculated measures, columns, calculated tables. So why and when to use it, we will learn in data modeling. I have divided the topics under data modeling into four sections. One is standard function, time intelligence function, filters function, and text functions. Yeah. So these four categories we will learn under data modeling. Yeah. We will also learn about relationships, how to relate two tables, what is left outer join, right outer join. Yeah. So these joins that I am talking about, it's the part of SQL Server. So when you have this basic knowledge of it, it's very easy in Power BI to understand and use it in a live scenario. Okay. After data modeling comes security and groups. So what is security and groups is like, once you create the report, you have to share it with the users. While sharing it, if you have to restrict it in some or the other way, you can do it. Who can view this report, that you can decide. These all security settings is available in Power BI service that we will learn after the data modeling. Yeah. Then is the last platform, last part of it, wherein the platform wherein the reports would be viewed is called as Power BI service, wherein publishing the report, creating the dashboard, giving access to the users, applying row level security, pinning a live page, pinning a visual. Yeah. Subscription of that email, subscription of your report. Yeah, like you will do an email subscription. What kind of licenses do we have? All these we will cover under Power BI service. Okay. And then once all the topics are over, I would be providing you with three demo projects. Yeah, so I will give you the data set and the requirements. You have to come up with your own report. You have to develop this report by your own, by using all the topics that we have covered. Yeah. And then the last session would be resume building assistance, and interview question preparations. Yeah. So what kind of things should we mention in our CV, how the CV should look like, how we can shorten things up. Yeah. What will help the recruiter to get your CV shortlisted and call you directly. Yeah. Uh, Call you directly means a shortlist and then give you an invite for the interview. Yeah. So to get shortlisted, we need to take care of certain things in the resume. Yeah. So I'll just not give you the sample, but I'll also explain how to arrange things, how to mention the experiences, how to show that you know Power BI. Yeah, all that we will cover in the resume building. And then for interview questions, I will walk through what kind of rounds might be there, what kind of questions might be there, how to handle it. Yeah, and if required, when you get shortlisted for an interview, we would help you with the mock interview as well. Okay. So I'll stop here. Any questions, anyone? Yes, Digvijay.
Hi, sir. Actually, I have one question regarding Power BI. That
Mhm.
I have almost 6 to 7 years of experience in accounting sector, but when once I done Power BI, do I have to mention it as an experience or just being a fresher only?
Yeah, see, so if you mention freshers, so the expectation that you are trying to get, that might not come. So um, if you want to show your experience, you can do it easily. Yeah, like even if you are in accounting, yeah, your
Yeah.
experience is accounting, last 1 or 2 years you can show that you are using Power BI for your accounting thing. Yeah, because I am aware that even if you're working in accounting, you are handling a lot of data, right, in and out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So what you can do is, based on that, you can think of a report that you can build and you can explain the same thing to them. Like for last 2 years, I have been using Power BI for my accounting purpose.
So means I can consider it is
You can
experience,
experience.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other questions, anyone? No questions at all?
Hello, sir. I have
Yeah.
one question about, do you cover any Excel topic?
I'm sorry.
Do you cover any Excel topic, Excel tool?
Excel topics. So
Yeah.
in Excel, there are no like topics. You just learn what is a pivot table, what is VLOOKUP, do the if else formulas. That's it. That would help you.
Okay.
And okay, so for our sessions, yeah, we would be requiring that you have a personal laptop. Yeah, don't use the work laptops to practice. Okay, because we will be giving you Office 365 ID, which you would be using for practice. Okay, so don't use a work system. If you are working somewhere and if they have provided you a laptop, don't use that, because if we give you the Office 365 ID and you try to log in your work domain, that would be a conflict and a compliance issue. Okay, so use a personal laptop for our sessions, because it's not that I will just go on teaching the topics and then the session would be over. After each topic, we have a pause wherein you get a time to practice yourself, to do it by yourself. Yeah, so like a 2 or 5 minutes pause, wherein after one topic is over, then you will go through your own laptop and try to do the same thing that I have been teaching. Okay, so we need a laptop. So for laptop, the configuration should be Windows 8 or above that. Okay, Windows 7, if you're using Windows 7 or lower versions, Power BI is not supported in that. You will not be able to install Power BI in your systems. Okay, yeah. So Windows 8 or above, if you have more than 4 GB or 4 GB of RAM, that's enough. Yeah. I am sharing you the URL to download the Power BI application. You can get started with that. Okay. You can download this application. This is the application that we would be working on. Yeah. So in the chat window, you will get the um, Power BI desktop download option. Okay. All right. So for today, just download this, install this on your systems, and get things ready. Once the batch is completely formed and we start with the session, we would continue using it. Okay. So that was the parallel thing that we are going to do. Okay. So I have given you the desktop installation URL. Download it. I would be providing the data sample that we would be working on. But let's get this Power BI desktop installed first, and then we can go ahead. Yeah. All right. Now, for the Power BI desktop installation, do anyone has any queries? I will also give you.
So does it have versions? Because already I have Power BI, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, so my next, we are going to start a small introduction today. So I'm going to talk about the versions for that. Yeah,
Okay.
just in a moment. So I will be providing this URL. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sharing you an URL in which we have the data samples that we are going to use for our sessions. Okay. There you go. So this is the URL. Browse this URL, you will find 3 Excel files. Download all the 3 and keep it in your desktop. Okay. Now, to answer that question about versions, yeah, we have 2 types of Power BI desktop. Okay. Let me open an Excel so that I can show you the versions. Okay. Now, who all are aware of what cloud and what on-premises is? Okay. Any idea, anything that you know about cloud server or a on-premises server? Idea? Okay. Let me give you an example for that. Okay. So we have cloud and we have on-premises. Yeah. Now, earlier, let's take the example of these OTT platforms. Yeah. So Netflix or Disney Plus, or we have Amazon Prime. Yeah. So what happens is movies and TV series are released on these OTT platforms, right? Now, with the convenience of wherever you are, yeah, around India, you can just log in to your Netflix account or an Amazon Prime account, and you are able to view the content that they have released or that they have made available through a subscription, right? So this capability of viewing a video file, yeah, around irrespective of your geographical location, yeah, so that content, or let's say not only the video files, let's say an Excel file or a Word file stored in a OneDrive, yeah, the one example that I just shared a OneDrive URL with you, which contains Excel files, right? That is actually stored in my local folder, but I have hosted that local folder into cloud. Yeah, that is the reason why you are able to access that Excel files. Yeah. Now, let's say I have an Excel file in my local D drive. Will you all be able to access it? I have an Excel file in my local D drive. There's a folder called as export. In that folder, I have stored this Excel file. Will you all be able to see it or access it? No answer that you can think of? Yes, no, maybe?
No, sir.
No, right? You will not be able to access it. Why? Because it is stored locally into my local D drive, and I haven't shared with you in any form, right? So something that is geographically restricted and cannot be accessed outside that geographical location, yeah, or a geographical server, yeah, that is called as on-premises, which data can be accessed irrespective of wherever you are, You just need an internet connection and you just need that URL and the credentials to access it. Then that is called as cloud. Yeah. Examples of cloud is OneDrive, SharePoint, yeah, Google Drives, yeah, these OTT platforms, right? Power BI service is a cloud service, yeah. The Azure SQL service, Azure SQL database, that is an cloud service, yeah. The same example for Azure SQL, which is on premises, it's called as the SQL Server database, right? So something that is available only inside an organization or only inside a server. Yeah. Let's say there is an intranet site wherein you have to apply for leaves. Yeah. So many of the organizations go ahead with an intranet site. What is an intranet site? Again, that is on premises, which is accessible only inside a certain location or an organization. That is on premises. Okay. Yeah. Understood the concept of cloud and on premises, everyone? No doubts at all? Yeah. Okay. So now for cloud version, we use Power BI Desktop as the developer application. Yeah. So the URL that I have given you to install that application is for the cloud version. Same kind of application is available for on premises, which is called as underscore RS. Okay. Then we have the report viewer. Yeah. So if you have a Power BI desktop, you're using a Power BI desktop, and you created a report and now you're trying to publish it. So while publishing, you will publish it to Power BI service. Okay. For the report server, sorry, the on-premises version, you publish it to, or you can call it as hosting it. Yeah. Publish or host or deploy. Any word would be used. Okay. So for the report viewer on premises, it is called as Power BI report server. Okay. Now comes the update cycle, the versions of Power BI. Yeah. Microsoft releases an update for the cloud version, which is for this. Okay. So it releases an update for this every month. Yeah. So every month after 10th, the date 10th, any day they would be releasing an update for Power BI. Okay. But for on premises, it's not like that. It gets an update thrice a year. Yeah. Three times a year, which is in January, May, and September. These 3 months, you will find an update releasing for Power BI report server version. Okay. So if you are using a Power BI desktop, it gets an update every month. If you are using a report server, it gets an update thrice a year. Yeah. So we will be working with Power BI Desktop. Why? Because it has the latest features every time you use it. Yeah. So whatever the latest version is released by Microsoft, we will be using that so that uh, we get to stay up to date with the application, with the features that they release every month, right? So you might be thinking why every month they have an update. Yeah. Because even after, like, Power BI started from 2015, right? So it has been 7 years almost. These continuous 7 years, every month there is a new feature added or an existing feature is updated. So you can think of how the technology has been enhancing and being upgraded every month because of the demand and the market. Yeah. So around the globe, any domain you take are using Power BI. Because of that reason, they have to keep up to date the application each and every month. Yeah. So we will be learning Power BI Desktop because it stays ahead of the report server. There is no difference between the two. The only differences are few of the features that you are using in Power BI Desktop might not be available in report server. That's it. Yeah. Like there's a relationship called as many to many relationship, which is available in cloud but not in on premises. Yeah. So few things makes it differ, but if you learn Power BI Desktop, you are in a very good shape that you can handle Power BI Desktop report server as well, because you already know all the features that are not there in report server. There is no feature that is available in Power BI Desktop report server but is not available in the cloud version. So you are in a safe spot when you learn the cloud version of Power BI Desktop. Okay. Now the data sources that we are going to connect in our sessions are Excel, SQL database, okay, SharePoint folder. We'll connect to a folder as well, and we'll connect to SharePoint list. Okay. We'll connect to web source. We will also connect to PDF files. Yeah, and then we have small things like CSV, text files. Okay. These data sources we will learn. Yeah, for the other data sources we need to have a, like for Azure we need to have a tenant license. For SQL Server cube services, that is analysis services, that is cubes, we need to deploy the cube in here. Yeah, so whatever is available with us, we will learn this. Now for the other data sources, okay, only the way that we connect in differs. Apart from that, everything remains the same. Yeah, building a report will be same irrespective of the database you connect. Okay. Yeah. Any questions, anyone? Yes, Dikvijay.
We don't use a query, sir.
That's what I told, no? SQL Server. So from
No,
that we will.
in SQL we create a different query, no? Because I have seen in Power
SQL
BI.
Server, you create tables. Yeah. In
Yeah.
Power BI, we will be fetching the table. So for fetching the table, you can write select star query, yeah, or a select statement, wherein you can use the where clause to apply filter. For example, let's say select date, name, and amount from table A, where date is less than or equal to last 2 years, or where the date is in last 2 years. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So like these, you can use query to fetch the data from SQL database to Power BI. Okay. All right. Any other questions, anyone? No questions. Okay. So this is about the versions that we will be working. These are the versions of Power BI. We will be working on the latest version. Yeah. Okay, and these are the data sources that we are going to use. Yeah, so for these are the only small theoretical topics that we start with in Power BI. Okay, rest all is practical, wherein we will be connecting the data source, loading the data source into Power BI. Let me show you how the Power BI desktop look like. Share the entire screen. So here you see this is what Power BI icon looks like. Yeah, this is how the Power BI desktop looks like. This is the icon for it. This is a Power BI desktop. This is a pop-up that will appear. If you want to connect to a data source, you can go in from here. Yeah. Then you can build your own reports. Yeah. So these are the set of visualizations that are available. Yeah. I'll show you a Power BI report. Okay, this is Power BI service. Yeah. Now in Power BI service, you can upload the reports here and it would look something like this. So share is the data. Yeah. So these are the reports that we can build. Okay. Wherein, like, if I select some weeks, it would change the data that is there. Yeah. If I want to view for a particular month, I can view the data for a month. Yeah. Okay. This is a small sample report that is built in Power BI. Okay. Yeah. All right. So this is what we are going to learn. Yeah. Now, once you install the Power BI desktop, we can go ahead and connect the data. So I hope everyone has the data samples downloaded from the OneDrive URL that I have shared. Okay. Uh, so I think that's it for today. So once you install the Power BI desktop, we can get started on Saturday. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Anyone?
No, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. So let's connect on Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.